So at ISSF, we are very firmly grounded in what the science recommends. What do the scientists say is necessary for the tuna stock to be healthy, for bycatch to be appropriately minimized or avoided? What has to be done? We always look to the scientists. Why? Because the scientists are neutral. What is the number? What number do you have to hit? For some bycatch species, the number ideally might be 0. For tuna stocks, they all have an amount that can reasonably be caught to keep the stock healthy. That's what scientific advice does. That's what we follow. What the managers have to do, where management decisions or management objectives come into play, is okay, we've got your number. How are we going to divide that up? What gear type, for example, gets what portion of that number? Or what does each country get with regard to that total number? That's a management decision. That is not scientific advice. Keeping in mind that the RFMOs, for the most part, operate by consensus. They absolutely, some of them have voting processes within their conventions, but that's sort of the step of last resort. The point is for the managers to negotiate, to get to how to implement the scientific advice in a way that works best for them all. Because only if it works best for them all, or works well enough for them all, will it actually be implemented. And if it's not actually implemented, then the stock or the bycatch that you're trying to minimize, or the stock catch that you're trying to hit, is not going to be achieved. So when we're science-based, we advocate for the managers to agree on how to get to the number that the scientists recommend. It's up to the managers to decide how to do that. We're talking to all of the countries equally when we advocate for the science. So science is, by its nature, something that's always growing, always improving. That is the scientific process. That is why in our strategic plan, we've added explicitly that element, that recognition of continuous improvement. That's why our advocacy always changes. That's why a lot of our work is to help the science get better, help the scientists get more data, get more information, provide resources, provide opportunities on fishing vessels to work with fishing fleets. How can the science improve so that the scientific advice improves, so that the fisheries management that's ultimately implemented is most direct and achieving the goals that need to be achieved?